Steering Committee summarizes the implementation of Resolution 18 of the Central Executive Committee.
U.S. announces new $500 million military aid package for Ukraine.
Behind the journey to find handwriting in Nhôn Mai.
You are watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Đăng, your host. On the morning of December the 13th, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Nguyễn Trung, Head of the Steering Committee, chaired the first meeting of the Steering Committee to summarize the implementation of Resolution number 18 of the 12-Party Central Committee. Some issues on continuing to innovate and reorganize the apparatus of the political system to be streamlined and operate effectively and efficiently in Nghệ An province.
The conference. The Steering Committee gave opinions on the report and plan to summarize the implementation of Resolution 18 of the Central Executive Committee and orientation to reorganize the apparatus of the political system of Nghệ An province to be streamlined, effective and efficient. Most opinions agree with the purpose, requirements, principles, and implementation directions. Speaking at the conference, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee and Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Nguyễn Trung requested the Provincial Party Committee's Organizing Committee to absorb the opinions of the members to complete the implementation plan in accordance with the direction of the Central Committee to achieve the highest results, in which the Steering Committee must have the highest political determination to implement the Central Committee's policy on summarizing Resolution 18 and organize the apparatus in the direction the apparatus organization in the direction of refined, compact, strong, effective, efficient. Recognizing that this is a revolution, there must be a high level of consensus in the perception of the entire political system from the provincial to the grassroots level. The presiding agencies and coordinating agencies must be responsible and unified in the implementation process. Regarding progress and time, the Provincial Party Secretary and Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee requested that a report to be submitted to the Central Committee in December. The agencies in the arrangement must also complete the initial plan and project.
The United States has announced that it will provide a new $500 million package of military aid for Ukraine as Washington races to bolster Kiev before President-elect Donald Trump takes office.
In a statement, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the United States is providing another significant package of urgently needed weapons and equipment to our Ukrainian partners as they defend against Russia's ongoing attacks. Donald Trump's November election victory has cast doubt on the future of American aid for Ukraine. The Republican has said his incoming administration will probably reduce aid to Ukraine, which Washington has been steadfastly backing since Russia conducted military operation in Ukraine nearly 3 years ago. This aid package follows a $988 million security assistance package and a separate $725 million package, both announced earlier this month.
The European Union has cleared Bulgaria and Romania to become full members of the borderless Schengen zone from the start of next year.
The decision comes after a 13-year journey to accession for the two EU and NATO members. The last countries were approved to join Schengen after Austria agreed to drop its veto, which it had previously wielded because of concerns about undocumented immigration. Hungarian Minister of the Interior, Sandor Pinter, whose country holds the EU's rotating presidency, heralded the accession of the two countries as a historic moment at a gathering of ministers on December 12. Romanian President Klaus Iohannis called accession a natural and necessary step that will significantly reduce waiting times at borders, lower logistical costs for businesses, and raise attractiveness to foreign investors.
Coming up next are some updated news.
On the morning of December 13th, chairing the meeting of the Steering Committee for Mobilization and Support for Construction and Repair of Houses for the Poor and People with Housing Difficulties in Nghệ An Province in 2023 to 2025 period. Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee. Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Nguyễn Thị Minh Khai emphasized that Nghệ An must complete the program before August 31st, 2025, as of early December 2024. District-level localities have approved a list of 17.761 households in need of support for construction and repair of houses in the 2023 to 2025 period. As a result, 149 organizations and individuals registered to support a total of 12.100 houses, equivalent to more than 614.6 billion VND, accumulated from the beginning of the program to date. The whole province has mobilized a total of over 843 billion VND in resources, supported the construction and repair of nearly 11.790 houses, reaching 75% of the demand for the entire period of 2023 to 2025.
The Ministry of Health has reported on a mysterious disease outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, which has caused numerous fatalities. The World Health Organization, WHO, said that Panzi area, Kwango Province, Democratic Republic of Congo has recorded 406 cases of an unknown disease, including 31 deaths. The General Department of Preventive Medicine has stated it will continue to closely monitor the situation and coordinate with WHO and other international partners to share updates and assess the outbreak's progression. If the situation evolves, the department will propose appropriate responses, including enhanced health quarantine measures.
For 09 Vietnamese who illegally entered Cambodia, including those who worked at casinos, who were wanted and committed crimes, had been handed over back to Vietnam. On December 12th, the police of southern Tay Ninh province that borders Cambodia, in cooperation with border guards and local authorities, verified information about the Vietnamese before handing them back to their localities. According to the Vietnamese embassy in Cambodia, most of the Vietnamese who returned were those who illegally entered Cambodia for work. Many people were exploited and so contacted Cambodian authorities for help.
Moving on to today's story, as the afternoon light gradually falls on the mountains and forest, the small schoolyard of a boarding school for primary school students is filled with laughter. This is time for children to immerse themselves in fox games or watch their favorite shows on the small screen.
This place is the first steps of learning to walk on stilts. Over there is a place for jump rope. All have created an innocent, bustling and laughter-filled scene.
I often play jump rope. I feel very happy because I have many friends to play with me.
Every afternoon, except for rainy and cold days, the schoolyard is a familiar gathering place for all the pupils at Nhôn Mai primary boarding school, whether they are first graders or seniors, fifth graders, regardless of their ethnic background. All students follow a common routine. After playtime is mealtime, TV time and bedtime. In the 2023 to 2024 school year, the school has nearly 300 boarding students who are children of the ethnic groups Thai, Hmong, Khmer Mu. The nearest distance from their home to school is 5 kilometers. The farthest is 15 kilometers of mountain road. Because parents cannot take them to school, so they have to eat and stay at school. Although Kin is the common language and many children cannot speak it, however, outside of school hours, common activities will help children to understand each other and forget about homesickness and their parents.
Teachers have created conditions for children to have fun and entertainment. Help them feel less homesick.
In urban areas, most children of primary school age are cared for by their parents. However, in mountainous primary boarding schools. From the age of 6, children begin to live independently, overcoming difficulties and challenges. That is also the way for them to adapt to the present and become more mature in the future.
It's the end of today's news. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.